Hey, baby. Can I be your slave? I've got to admit, girl, you're the shit, girl. And I'm digging you like a grave. Now, do they call you daughter to the spinning pulsar? Or maybe queen of 10,000 moons? Sister to the distant yet rising star? Is your name Yimiya? Oh, hell no. It's got to be Oshun. Ooh. He was trying to hit so bad. So bad.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tara here with another struggle review, here to discuss Love Jones. Now, this movie is from 1997. It stars Larenz Tate, Nia Long, Isaiah Washington, Bill Bellamy. Real cute group. Now, before I get into why this is one of the best, if not the best, black romantic movie all around, if you ask me, this is sort of a roadmap of what not to do in a relationship. I need you guys to drop down and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that, and then we're going to come back and discuss all things. But can you speak to me in your language of divinity with your spiritual rituals and spiritual drums? Can you... Hopefully subscribe to see more of me. Let's get into this movie. Now, this movie was directed and written by Theodore Witcher. This is an independent film, and he really didn't go on to do much from here. Why, bruh? Why would you deprive us of all of this genius that you're sitting on? Love Jones is imitated but never duplicated. Like, this is the epitome of the black romance film. Any film that came after this, it seems like it was trying too hard to be this. It was, everything was trying to, hit the mark and be that Love Jones and be that moment. Love Jones was and still is the moment. Sadly, we have not really been able, you can't really, bottle up anything a second time, but we haven't gotten anything to really rival it. This movie was cool, rich in culture, all this good blackness, this poetry, this jazz, this renaissance, the group of friends, without even trying. Anything after that, Photograph, was trying too hard. This movie is so easy. Now, of course, getting into the movie, we open with, they say I'm hopeless. You gotta make an ugly face. Penny, hole in it. Yeah. It requires an ugly face. Bomb ass soundtrack. I listen to the soundtrack at least once or twice a month. Good as fuck. We're just gonna leave it there. But we even open with all the new songs, all the photography, the black and white. Like, Theodore Witcher knew what he was doing, and he didn't do it anymore. But we open with a hopeless, broken Nina Mosley. Miss Nia Long here at her peak. Well, she's been in a billion things, but this is one of her best roles to me. She is broken because, her engagement to Marvin is over. She's moving out, and she's, planning to go on with her life and no longer fall in love because, that's played out. Let's play it out like an A-track. Say that shit, Josie. Now, we waste no time here. We immediately jump right into the story and get into the Sanctuary Cafe. These nice little club cafes with all these beautiful black people smoking a ton of cigarettes, all this jazz going on, this poetry, people having drinks, all this good shit. These bars that we can never seem to find in real life where I could hit one of these. Where they at? When we open, with that, and we are introduced to Darius and his clique. Now, of course, we have Darius, Mr. Too Fucking Cool for School. He's a writer and a poet. We have Sheila, this vindicated, strong-minded, feminist type of female way before it was cool to be that. And we have Savad, the married teacher, best friend of Darius. We have Ed, who is just there to drop fucking science. And Wood, Mr. Bill Bellamy, a wannabe player who is actually quite jealous of Darius as soon as we meet his ass. So after we leave, Darius and his cool ass love, it's the possibility of the thing. When people who've been in love for a long time say that they fall out of love, no, what they're saying is they've exhausted the possibility. Yeah, shut up, nigga. But we get into this meeting at the bar. Now, I'm good for going to watch something way along down the line and peeping some shit that I never saw before. This meeting at the bar set the tone for their whole relationship, and it meant so much. I didn't notice it. I just thought, they were bumping into each other at the bar. Getting into the bar, of course, you have hating ass Wood in the background. It's Bob checking her out. But his whole reason for even going up there and, spitting a Blues for Nina poem was because she embarrassed him at the bar. Like, this whole film, Darius has this persona. Don't worry about it. We're going to get to Nina's ass. Darius has this too cool persona. Like, I don't need a for nothing. Like, I'm not chasing whoever. They chase me. Girls peep me. I spit my little game, spit my little poetry. Bang, bang, bang. And I go on my merry way. I keep it pushing. I still don't get stole on. You know what I'm saying? He has that thing. So when they're talking, now mind you, he's, looking at her, checking her out, but can't even find his words to say anything to her. He's smitten. He's all of a sudden shy. That persona kind of subsides. She engages with him first, maybe you should quit smoking. He spills a whole drink. It's like, ugh, she got me fumbling, got me nervous. I'm liking her like this. Let me get up here and talk my shit. Immediately, it's a lust thing for Darius. It's a sex thing for Darius. Like, this is supposed to be real romantical like in this movie. But I was watching, I was like, he trying to fuck. Even with the poem when he gets on stage, to one-up her and goes, blues in your left thigh, trying to become the funk in your right. Right now, I'm the psych-raped hunter, blindly pursuing you as my prey. And I just want to give you injections of multiple erections and get you to dance to my rhythm, make you dream of archetypes of black angels in flight, distorted, contorted. Like, he was trying to smash. He said it immediately when he met her. That's why she met that with the same, like, I'm matching your energy. I'm going to come out here in front of your little friends and write love on your hand. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Girl, he didn't. He wasn't trying to love on nobody. Now, things are really quick and kind of short here, but it's a little portion in the movie where we really do focus on their careers, and you see that they're both in transition. We have, Nina being a piss poor excuse for an assistant to this photographer because she doesn't want to be the assistant. She wants to shoot shit herself. Then, of course, you have Darius leaving his job, trying to pursue writing on his own and writing a book. And I think it was a really big factor here that, towards the movie, they didn't really achieve what they wanted to achieve career-wise because they were a little wrapped up in each other. You have, Darius having writer's block and stuff like that, and Nina just kind of chasing being a photographer throughout the movie. It was like real significant. It's like, hey, you might want to have your shit together before you're trying to engross with somebody else because it might take you a little long. Now we get into that lovely record store scene with the Charlie Parker record. I myself love jazz, and I love all the jazz and all the representation all up and through this film. It is so beautiful. But we also get into Darius being a stalker. Like, I love towards the end, when he says, I'm jumping y'all, but, there were a lot of mistakes made. Both of us made them. This portion is Darius making mistakes. Nina has politely and respectfully declined all of Darius' advances up until this point, but he is so pressed and trying so fucking hard. Like, got the nerve, hey, can I play something for you? Yeah, but shh, just listen. First of all, nigga, don't shush me. Like, he was so pressed and just had the nerve to say, it's kind of sad, huh? melancholy maybe, but not sad. You got the nerve to be pressed and cocky? Okay, whatever. That's why you ain't getting no play. But we have, him trying, can you go out? Can we do, no, bad timing. Yes, it's bad timing. I'm in a vulnerable space. I just got out of a relationship, a whole engagement to someone that I've been with for years. And all the ladies know how it is out there. When you just broke up with someone and you're in that weird, vulnerable space where you don't want to be with anybody, but you do miss being with somebody and having, some type of romantic relationship being embraced. Like, you might catch me at a weak moment. I can't let you in my space right now. Bad timing. But what do we do? Me Too movement, because Sheila wasn't shit. Let me get her address off of that check. What? Really? Popped up at her house. Popped up at her house with this Isley Brothers CD that she went to the store for. Like, I don't give a fuck if you have Footsteps in the Dark, the remix. Don't come to my house. Now, getting into the damn apartment and you still have Darius trying to be, it was such a fucking persona with Darius. Honestly, throughout this movie, especially in the beginning, it came off as fake because, it's all, it's about the definitive work, George Bernard Shaw and Charlie Parker. And it was just, he was so pressed. Like, bruh, just be yourself. We know you is kind, you is smart, and you is important, and you cultured. It's cool. Let's just have a regular ass conversation. You came to my house because you're trying to hit. But he, that I asked again until the next time was the right time. And it's just not supposed to be all romantic and the persistence. And Nina makes the mistake of, agreeing to go out with Darius. And yes, it was a mistake. And I'm going to tell y'all why in a second. But we have them set up this whole date. Like, this whole date was like a dead giveaway for what Darius' whole little thing. Like, when you're, class is in session, okay? When you are going out on a date, especially a first date, and just getting to know somebody, everybody knows that, like, first of all, they rode there on his motorcycle. Like, we're a little too early to be on your motorcycle with my pelvis next to your pelvis. But okay, that's neither here nor there. That's your transportation, bro. We get into this date. Now we have this whole friend circle there. Everybody's there, practically family. And they're very chummy, very close. Like, from the looks of it, it just looks like, they've been together a long time. They've been, like, everybody knows that it's a very personal move when you bring a date or a woman, homie, lover, friend, whatever, around somebody like your friends and your family. That means it's really intimate and you're taking this relationship serious, like you introducing me to people. This was the first date, though. And we have all this talk, and of course, why are you trying to impress your date? Because he was. But we have, a really great conversation, and for the most part with that scene, I really took out of that, not only Savard being happily married with his wife, we do have a little, really understated type of thing with Savard and his wife. And, it is significant, but it's not, a big part of the story here. But, Nina and Darius chummy and whispering and kiki and sipping and ooh la la. This is the first date, sis. You see what happens when you let him in your vulnerable space? You should have let him bring some OCDs. So getting into the rest of the date. Now, I don't want it to come across that, you can't be friendly and have a good time on a date. But one, to take me around your friends. All right. But the date doesn't end there. We are walking in the rain, having this whole conversation, all these nice poems being exchanged and all this culture, at which Darius invites her to the Wild Hair, this club. It has the nerve to say out of his mouth, don't tell me you don't mind, getting a little wet tonight. Excuse me? Oh, okay. Girl, you knew what it was. But you have all this dancing in the red, in the dark, all this bumping and grinding, a good time. At which he is taking Nina home, and we get into this juicy kiss. Nia Long and Larenz Tate have some of the best chemistry that you would ever want to see. I don't care what nobody said. They didn't rub on each other somewhere behind some closed doors, because, bruh, like, it was just really juicy and all of this. It was so good. And when they paused and backed up, and, I can't go out like that on the first date. You know what I'm saying? And then she goes for it again. Girl, that was red alert. There was your moment to leave, to go get your ass upstairs. You're right here at your door. Darius has the nerve to turn around, say, I just want to come up and talk. Is that all right? And this bitch goes, come on. Set yourself up. Both of them set themselves up for failure. More so Nina. Darius too, but Darius thought we was finna get a little bang yang yang and go on his merry way. But no. Nina put the boom doom, the Santeria, the Yuba on his ass and all of that good stuff. Wanna love you with my mellow smooth. And I know, come on Maxwell, and you know, come on falsetto y'all, I got that mellows, you won't mind. You ain't come for a concert? Fuck. But it's just really good. That's what that came down to. That's when we get into that Jones. Like, whew, I'm feeling a little bit more than this just being a simple lay, a simple fuck. I'm getting my feelings involved. I was just supposed to hit it and go on my way. And you knew he got his feelings involved because after all of this, we went and cooked breakfast. You cooked breakfast? What you cooked? Cheese omelet. Now, men out there, everybody knows how significant and special someone has to be for you to cook for them. Like, they went through a whole level of emotions in a relationship in one night and one day. We met friends, bumped and grind, mellow smoothed it, and you made breakfast, bro? Like, must have been good. Like, you got your ass up and made breakfast. And it's just, real cool, nothing happened that I didn't want to happen. But nobody, says out of their mouth, hey, even though, we did have this sex and it was really good, I really feel like that maybe this could be something. And, I want to hang out with you more, Darius, so, yeah, so we can hook up again, right? Everybody know what hook up again mean, play me off in front of your friends. Like, he was still playing it cool, and so was she. But the Jones had already came down, boo. Then we get even more moments of them being in denial. Nina in denial because she's was not ready to move on beyond her first relationship. And, I'm just really not trying to be that involved with Darius. And then we get into Darius, I just said the sex was good. Like, we have that whole scene in the taxi. So what are you going to do? Are you going to have him? We're going to talk about Josie's ass. Josie, Miss Lisa Nicole Carson. I feel like I've been saying her name a lot on my channel. Like, she was in some movies, right? She is, there, the friend living vicarious through Nina. We're going to get into her and her advice and Nina taking her advice. We're going to get to that. But, you know how big, how long, and, you fucked him on the first date. Now, having sex on the first date. Okay, let's put that on out there. That is not, one of my personal preferences. But if you did that shit, if I did that shit, own that shit. Yeah, I did it. And it was good. Come on now. But, it's just, the dick just spoke to me. What did it say? Nina. It spoke to you, girl? Oh, man. Oh, gosh, I want something to speak to me. But okay. We'll leave that. But it's just, don't even get all geek. This is no love thing. Me and Darius are just kicking it. Then we get to Darius' ass playing pool to I don't want to waste my time. Come on, Al. If you want to be a friend of mine and wanna love you right, put good feelings in your night. I'm sorry, y'all. I told y'all this one. I barely got notes and stuff here because I was singing. But you have him, Savad knew what it was and saw what was going on with Darius the entire time, but he just didn't throw it up in his friend's face. But he's just like, because we already leave Savad and his whole, don't wait by the phone, nigga. I really hope that maybe, you know, some things were cut out, but I really did want some more time with Savon and his wife's situation, because it did seem like something significant. We don't really get a lot from that, but we are made to understand that maybe they're going through, you know, some financial troubles or something in their relationship, because Savon is going on about saving money and that whole thing. But it was just like the wife was there and then she was gone and Savon was mad. But, you know, it's just going, and Savon is dropping signs. You know, it depends on which day you ask me. You know, I'm trying to be married, but Savon is just really there to have the representation of, you know, the woes of love and how things could go and how, you know, the ups and downs, what it could be and what it can't. But he's also there to say, you know, but when that Jones come down, it could be a motherfucker. A motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He's there to say that. But after we leave, you know, boom, boom, Santeria, I just said the sex was good, you know. We just kicking it. Oh, everybody's just kicking it. Everybody's just escaped now. Everybody's just kicking it. Then we get into another important scene that I didn't recognize, just like the scene at the bar when he, you know, finally takes her to his place and, you know, they're hanging out. And of course we have, you know, Darius, that moment of him trying to hide that picture. But the main thing that I get from this scene that we get later on when he tries to repeat it is very significant, because we have, you know, Nina doing her photography thing, trying to take pictures of Darius and enticing, you know, to strip a little bit. No, baby, this is strictly for my private collection. I love when we have that moment where she says, you know, take off your clothes, and she goes, you know, what's the problem? You don't trust me? And he doesn't say anything. He does not say anything because they're not in that space to really have trust with each other on that level, but they're in this space all day long to have sex with each other. Like, we're not quite there to where I trust you enough to, you know, take pictures or whatever, what have you. Instead of saying, you know, yeah, I trust you, he, you know, pulls her in for sex and says, you know, I think you're incredibly beautiful. Yeah, because that's all y'all been doing. That's all y'all been doing. Jonesin'. Then we have fine-ass Raheem show up, aka Marvin, the ex-fiance, who's, you know, all that little shit, yeah, you moved out, yeah, I want it again. Here's a ticket, get your little shit together and come on. Already, right away, you see that Nina is already abrasive, just kind of off-putting, like, it doesn't seem like something she's just super interested to get into, but she engages him, and, you know, they do take that moment. I love the writing here. I really wish we got, you know, some more with the supporting cast here. I didn't notice before watching it that we only get a little bit of them, and we really solely focus on Nina and Darius, which is not a problem, but Marvin was like in and out. But we do get just enough with him to go, you know, him knowing about her career, the little small stuff, you know, like I'm meeting with my mother, tell your mother I said hello, just to show the type of relationship they have and why she would even kind of entertain him. But it just didn't seem like she was open. Don't you understand that what you want doesn't matter anymore? You sure, girl? Then we get into goddamn Jonesy. Making the worst mistake that anybody could ever make. Now, even though Nina and Darius were just kicking it and all this other good stuff, there had been something established that they just couldn't say or really do with each other because they were just too busy jonesing for each other and, you know, really engrossing each other and having sex, that they didn't really establish any titles. So Nina takes this moment to kind of play with Darius, and girl, we too old for that. It's just, you know, tell him. And if he flips, then there's no need to go. Is there? You got him. Like, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for the game shows, and that's why you were single the whole movie. We don't have time for that. Be honest with him. Tell him what it is, and tell him, you know, this ex did come back, but I'm really feeling something for you. I'm really feeling, you know, something more serious than us just having sex. If you don't want me to go, I won't go. But no, they proceed, you know, once again, having sex. Like, that's what they was doing. Having sex, and, you know, going to visit my ex in New York, and, you know, hey, go, do what you need to do. I ain't got no rings on your finger. I'm Darius. I'm cool as fuck. I ain't breaking my persona for your ass. Go to New York. I'll see you when you get back. Like, so you're not mad? No, we're not mad, because we grown. Shut up, Nina. And then we get into them both acting simple. Not only do we have Nina boarding the train, looking back like, oh, he really just gonna let me go? Girl, if you didn't want to go, you shouldn't have got your ass up and went. And then, of course, you have Darius sitting with Savad. You know, why am I here, huh? Why am I hitting it? You know, you want to know the point? I'm going to feed you the point. The point is, I don't know the point, all right? Because Savad brought it up like, what's all the air in your chest for, bruh? I thought y'all was just kicking it. Yeah, y'all are just kicking it. But instead of being real with yourselves and putting titles on it, she carries her ass on over to New York. And Darius is sitting here with the attitude of, you know, it wouldn't be so bad fun if I didn't think she was the one. I got your ass. I got you. You thought I was going, what, the one? Who, me? I'm Darius Lovehall, baby. I ain't got to wait on nobody. Not only am I not going to wait on her, but I'm going to have a whole female here slobbing me down before she could even get on the train. I still don't get stole on. Smack a belly. No. Now, getting into Nina going to New York, I feel like she was gone to New York longer than the movie, you know, really permitted us to know. Because not only is she living with Marvin, you know, she's having job interviews. He looking for, what the hell happened to my toasted oats? Like, they're arguing over cereal, and, you know, stop finishing my sentences. Like, they're, you know, going back and forth, and it's just like, you know, she's been coming home multiple times from interviews and really not getting the job as a photographer, and he's just, you know, like, I can handle this, I can take care of us, I don't need you to do anything. It just seems like it was an all-going thing. It was like, well, damn, sis, how long you've been there? You know, all we have are all these years, and it's just not enough anymore. Like, I feel like she was gone a minute, at which, you know, we have Marvin wake up with the ring on, that little ass ring. And she's just finally done. And foolishly returns back, just assuming Darius would be waiting for her with open arms. Girl, where they do that at? I'm not obligated to wait on you. We're just kicking it, remember? All at the sanctuary. Always we have Wood there, not missing the opportunity to try to push up on her. You know, I can give y'all a ride home. It's a Cadillac. Have Josie there once again with the bad advice, trying to hook her up with Wood. Like, everybody needs a friend like Josie, huh? Go ahead, call Darius, because you know that's what you want to do. I'll just call him tomorrow. No, you won't, girl, because he got a boo up in his face. He was not obligated to wait on you. At which we get into all the stupidity on Nina's part. Now, we clearly have Nina feeling some type of way, and going back to watch this, the only reason I can see her going out with Wood was to get a rise out of Darius. It didn't make any sense. She in no way was interested in Wood, or not even on a friendship level. Like, she really didn't even entertain him. For the latter of the movie, her and her friend Josie kind of treats him as this goofy character. So I think she did it to get attention. Like, that was it. Not only, it'll be different, you know, y'all just maybe ran into each other at the sanctuary. No. You had this man take you out on a whole date, hanging out with him. At no moment is it going to be okay to hang out and go out with the homie. It's just not. Real skankish, real hoish. No, Nina. Like, no. And then, of course, you know, you have the group not making it any better. It's kind of like sanctuary gossip type of thing. And then you have Wood being the player hater that he is, the lying on his dick ass nigga he is, going into the sanctuary all cool with his Matrix shades on, Hollywood, trying to make it seem like his relationship with Nina is way more than what it is. And, you know, I got me a full-time job. Keeps me working all through the night. Oh, I know that kind of job. I used to work the hell out of it. Like, it's a real I hit it first moment, a dick swinging contest, as Nina mentions, you know, later in the film. Very immature. And Nina put herself in a really stupid position. So stupid that we have, you know, dance, dun, 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 shake your pants, ayy. Shake, 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 bow, ooh, ay, 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 ooh. We have the party going on that she is invited to and Wood takes her to. And surprisingly, you know, everybody is there. Not only is everybody there, we have, you know, that little understated moment with Savad. I love the moments with Savad, though, because he be spitting, you know, his facts is just real in your face. Like, he ain't putting on no rose color, nothing. Like, you know, she works in a class, you know, but you married. Who are you, the fucking monkey majority now? As far as I'm concerned, do I love my wife? Hell yes. Is she here? Hell no. As far as I'm concerned, all of y'all can can step. Like, get the fuck out of my face with the shit. All y'all here skipping and hopping and falling in love and shit. Somebody talk to me, please, about how to stay there. Where's Savant? I was like, yeah, Savant need a movie. But more than that, we do learn at that moment that, Savard really throws it up in his face. The last relationship you had that lasted longer than 6 months was never like, he's not much for really engaging in long-term relationships. He really, goes where the wind blows, besides, one relationship in particular that he really gets into later on into the film. But you have Nina put in but she put herself there, going out with a character like Wood, and, embarrassed. She had multiple embarrassing moments here. Embarrassed, of course, she's upset, and Wood is so much of an asshole, he just leaves her outside, at which, we have even Darius, even though he's whatever, I'm not gonna leave her out there in the cold. Let's go out and get a taxi. All you had to do is tell me you were seeing someone. What are you talking about? I saw you at the bookstore, but I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, girl. You mad? You mad because you came back and you didn't call me. You went back to old boy, didn't call me, came back and saw me with the girl that I'm rightfully to be with, and you hung out with my boys. Must have been a lot of love in that Jones, because Nina would have got the boot. Now we get into a really cute moment of them basically about to call each other at the same time. Really get into them having a good time, just dating each other and really kind of falling back into what they were before she ever went to New York. But we still don't have them being real about their situation and really talking to each other about their feelings. But we go and we step to Hot Pants by James Brown, at which we get to the end of the night and Nina decides to be preschool and be a tease. Like, girl, I was with Darius. Like, girl, I spent $200 on a new suit. Like, all you gotta do is go upstairs. I can take off all your clothes. Like, all of that talk about, the perfect day, that's a real day, and I'm saving something for later. What you saving, sis? I wouldn't have been saving shit. You had already unsaved it billions of times. Like, just what? But we get into jelly, and all that good stuff, and them kind of really jonesing for each other, trying to deny what they really want. Her upstairs, all fiending like Jodeci. Like, girl, just let me come up and play something for you. And we get into Mal Davis, kind of blue. And we have, their relationship, this whole transition shot of them having a good time in the cafe, sharing cigarettes, hanging out with Savant, running through the park. Still, fun stuff, jazz stuff. Sex, lots of sex, but not really getting into the meat and potatoes of what the issues are and what needs to be resolved before they really move forward and really, they like each other. They really, sometimes I wonder if I'm going too far with you. This is a Destiny type thing, babe. There's no such place. Like, y'all like each other. Just say that shit and move on. But no, we still get into even more sex. Of course, we have, Nina going as far as taking pictures on the bridge, go straight in, drop them draws. You know what I'm saying? But we haven't talked yet. We haven't dealt with anything yet. At which, we have him just trying to focus on his book. But she's focusing on something else. She sees the girl's, Lisa's number is still on the wall. And, planting those seeds of distrust. Because she gets to have that. When she left and slept with her ex. And tried to, low-key pursue a whole past relationship. And then came back and hung out with the homies. And despite, what Darius would know up until that point, smashed the homies. But you mad? The boot. Now, since they haven't really handled and talked about anything, we have, everything just kind of blow up. And I love how we, take this same moment to have the whole reverse thing with Darius going, hey, take off your clothes. You don't trust me? No. Oh, word? I was just playing. I was just trying to have some more sex. Girl, you don't trust me? No, because you haven't given me a reason to trust anything you do or say. I'm talking about phone calls and the number with the board on it. Like, you can't set expectations for something in someone in your relationships if y'all ain't even put, like, people like to play and do that whole, let's not put a label on this. Like, I don't do labels. Like, if you don't have labels for what you are, then how do you know what your role is and what you should be playing? Because you could be minding your own business and thinking you're in a whole nother relationship, and this whole person's mind is somewhere else. They are in 2 different relationships and you don't even know it. Like, but we have this whole, blow up, because he didn't inquire if she slept with Wood or not. Like, Nina wanted him to chase her. And being chased is always good. She wanted to get back into that old, him trying to really come after her and showing up to her house with the CD. She enjoyed that. She liked the chase. Just something for her to, feel like you want me and you want only me. She wanted him to chase her instead of them just having a real conversation. Just say, hey, I love you. I want to be with you. Like, no, can you just prove to me? Can you just chase me? Why is she calling here? Why her number up here? Why you don't care to ask me if I slept with Wood? But I didn't. But you ain't even asked me though. Like, girl, the boots. I was with you, the one went to New York and fucked old boy. Came out, hanging out with my boys, shit, partying and shit. What the fuck is that? You know what? You can do both of us a real big favor if you just come to my house and get your shit. Why would you want to be with someone you don't trust? Oh, see, that's the type of shit I would say. This shit is for the birds. But you have her once again, still waiting, still wanting that chase to happen. Well, I got all my stuff. Darius with his cool ass, even though he really doesn't want her to go. Yeah, shut my door on your way out. They was doing the most. So after a really good transition shot of, them being depressed with the rain falls down on me. That good Cassandra song. I can hardly see for the water in my... Okay, I told y'all I listen to the CD all the time. But I love we have, that little shot of Sabah's wife coming back like, whew, I just had all these girlfriends. But all these dates, all this sex probably popping off. But, my wife's back. All y'all can step. We have a brief moment of Darius really taking that moment to talk to Ed and tell him, I really love, this girl Felicia, and you only get this one great love. I think I had it twice, and I think I fucked up twice. But he still does not reach out to Nina because we got to be cool. We got to be Darius fucking love hall. At which we have Josie. Give him a call and say, hey, my girl leaving. She got a job, and she's on the train, and she's about to go. I just thought you should know. Thanks for your concern. Like, first of all, don't yell at me over the phone. But you have that going on, and we finally get Darius to really chase her. Now, not in the sense of the way she wanted. He wanted to chase her and tell her some real shit. Like, I really don't want you to go. I have really strong feelings for you. Whatever's going on, bop, bop, bop. That really grand speech we get at the end, he wanted to give it to her right then at that moment. You have him really, really chasing her down, knocking people over and shit, just going, tracing that train, Nina. But, it's too far gone, and he just, gives up, damn. I finally chased it, just she don't see it. Whew. Cute violin. Now we get into the very ending of the film, after he really tried to really chase after her ass. A whole year passes. I was like, damn, a year? You know how much shit can happen in a year? A whole year passes, and despite, the way that relationship went, they are really excelling in their careers. We have Darius, who not only, finished this whole book and everything, and even did a dedication to her, even though, throughout the whole film, we have him, saying multiple times, he's not dedicating nothing. He's not putting anybody in his book. This is his personal last book, but he dedicates it to her. The woman who helped me reach my level. We have that. And then we also have her in turn, really excelling in the whole photography thing, running shit up. She's doing great, at which she is given a ticket to go back. Now, I really love this part of the movie because up until this point, we really hadn't had Nina show any raw emotion for Darius that wasn't, negativity for, what was going on. Like, she wanted some type of counter reaction for what she was doing. Like, no, she really came there raw as fuck with her little poem book, really cute, her little cute vest. you know, it's hard, you know, what you can do in front of a room full of people that you just can't seem to do in front of one person. I was like, how big is the goddamn sanctuary? You ain't see Darius' ass sitting over there. But you have, you know, a blue line in the red sky, that really great poem that she delivers that Darius is there to hear, that she doesn't know he's there to hear. But, you know, it's just all, you know, Miss Nina Mosley, like, I got it out. The nigga wasn't here to hear it. I'm gonna throw my poem book away that I've been working on all my life. Let me get my ass in this taxi, and it's pouring down and raining. Sis walked over. Nina! I was like, you couldn't stop her in the sanctuary to talk to her. We had to come out in the rain, but you know, it had to be dramatic and be all sexy. So we go outside in the rain. She's getting that good hair, that hairdo wet. Like, you gotta know, we cooking, we getting hair wet. Oh, they was in love from jump. But you know, we have that, you know, that really good grand speech of, you know, you always want what you want when you want it. Why is everything so urgent with you? Listen, I love you. Right here, right now is all that matters to me. I love you. And it's urgent like a motherfucker. You know, a motherfucker. It was urgent like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such an important, that whole, you know, all that bullshit in the past. I don't care about that anymore. This is the realest that we get him in the movie without it being, you know, them being argumentative, them just talking. Any other time that they were just talking, it was a facade, it was smooth. He was, you know, giving Darius Love Hall, the writer, the poet. Right now, you know, everything is dropped. I'm giving you my raw self. And my raw self says that it's urgent like a motherfucker. How do we do this? I don't know. I live in New York. I don't care. How do we do this? We can start by, you know, getting out of this goddamn rain. No, not before we get some real dramatic, you know, kissing and I love you. Very romantic. The very first moment, all the way at the end of the moment where they are truly vulnerable with each other and honest about their feelings. Like, whew, took long enough, didn't it? And we even get, you know, an ending with Lauryn Hill and the sweetest thing I've ever known. Very romantic. Learn from this. I was rooting for you. We all were rooting for you. Learn from this. This is a very learning moment, learning movie to tell you, yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that shit. Well, you guys, that was my review for Love Jones and all this mellow smooth. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If I missed anything, of course, drop it down at the bottom. Once again, you guys, the girl is trying to get the channel to grow. Why y'all trying to be stingy? Share me. Tell your friends about me. Come on now, share sis. But thank you guys for watching. I see you guys next time. I look forward to reading all those good comments.